fierce, and both of these teams know if they survive and advance from here, a host of opportunities lie ahead. An iconic venue, Tiger Stadium, Baton Rouge. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Guys, things are getting heated down here on the field. As you know, LSU is hosting Ole Miss. Their new head coach, Lane Kiffin, left Ole Miss last year in a very awkward breakup. And you can feel the tension down here on the field. Pre-game warm-ups have been intense, a lot of emotion circling, and I can see Lane Kiffin trying to keep his cool as his LSU Tigers host his old team, Ole Miss, today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room. It's Lacey. There he goes. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Rebels.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all the stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Handoff, Caden Durham. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think that's really the key to this football team. You saw it last week, man. Everything kind of falls into place when he gets the football and the ground game gets going. And I think when you play a rivalry game with emotion, with passion, like settle everybody in, run the football, and be more physical.
Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Levitt. Under fire. And he never had a chance.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Thought they had something set up there, but he'll be stopped just short, and it'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
They kick it away on 4th down. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. This time he wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Odom. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
The Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Just going to keep it after the snap. Quarterback gets the 1st down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 17, set to kick this one.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Unloads it left. Makes the catch, it's Brown. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Here's a give to Durham. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Guys, you just say Magnolia Bowl, and it sounds elegant and pristine and reserved.
And Ole Miss and LSU, anything but. Charges of clock malfeasance, downright cheating back in the old days just to get a leg up in this rivalry game.
It feels like they've been playing this game since the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleonic Law. They've been playing it forever down south in an area of the country where sometimes...
Got a little grass. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, on that 3rd down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride in their ability to tackle in the open field. That was a fantastic job of rallying to the ball carrier inbounds and getting him down, now setting up 4th.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They want to run this quarterback. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a designed run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Tigers. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Lacey. Maybe some room here. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. Now, this is the way to come out of the gate and set the tone. Back and forth and already inside a minute to go in the first. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a very well-coached unit, and they're very, very active, and they're very aware of what's going on. Everybody on defense there knew where the quarterback wanted to go with it. Everyone trying to get their hands in the air to swat it down.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Another incompletion on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Shoots it to the left. He caught it. Perfectly thrown ball, nice catch, good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. The Tigers want to pick up the tempo. Snaps it in the shotgun. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback making checks. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the right. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Handoff, Caden Durham. Pick up of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The offense changing the play. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Levin. Oh, they're after him. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. He did everything he could to find enough running room, and he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the 1st down marker. It's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. Absolutely center cut. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Here's Durham. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Snagged out of the air. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Levin. He's going for the goal line. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. And the offense doesn't bat an eye. They'll stay on the field and try to score from the 1 on 4th down. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the 1st down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest.
Wide open spaces. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught on the left side by Wilson. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they liked it.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their 1st. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long.
Eagle, check, eagle. Spear.
Back to pass. Pressure coming. Firing to the right, complete. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. To the air, it's Levin. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Tight end now in motion. To the air on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. It's Green. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
So they chose to just go ahead and kick it, so they're still down by 1. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field. That's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Sets up the screen. Give him 9 on that one. Sets up the 2nd and 1. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on 1st down, you're thinking run, right? Like be aggressive, come downhill, try to take advantage of the defense. It wasn't a big play, but that will slow this defense down a little bit and just remind them they have to play those screens.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws it deep. Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown LSU.
Coaches talk all the time about finishing halves. Man, that is perfect execution down the stretch. Take the lead, take most of the clock, and you get the ball coming out. Way to close this first half. Great execution.
And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense in an empty set. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got a big paw up there and knocks it down incomplete.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. And he's going to come up just a tad short. Needed to get the ball to the 35, and they'll mark it at the 34. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Arizona State taking on the Kansas Jayhawks. And it's the Sun Devils getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. The short hands. It's Green. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. Throw to the right side. That's Wilson. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Handoff, Durham running left.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Close to the marker, it's Brown. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
Well, if you're a fan watching this offense, you have got to love what you're seeing from your new quarterback. They knew going to the portal was going to be a major, major deal for them coming into this season. They found a really good one. Already over 300 yards passing in this game. And guys, if he can keep this up and he can stay consistent, this offense goes to the next level, and who knows what they're capable of come end of season.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the tight end. To the air, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time.
And he will score! Touchdown, Tiger! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. They're dealing with a second and long. Takes the handoff. It's Lacey. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his second interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
The give to Caden Durham. Picks up the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, a big reason why they're up on the scoreboard is because of how successful this guy's been running the football. And in this position, at this time in the game, with the lead, you want to keep doing that. You want to ice the game. This guy's getting better as the game goes on, so keep handing him the football.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On first down, it's Durham again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The play action fake. That's reeled in. It's Haas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
First and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll try the left side. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Lacey. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
The Rebels have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield on first down. And here's the third interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Pocket breaking down. And down he goes. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. A quick pause here to look at the numbers as they are threatening to pull away in this game. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. So we open the final period with a third down play. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
Rebels offense is back on the field. The door looked slammed shut in this one, but that last interception may be just the slightest crack in opening. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Touchdown, Tiger! What a play! Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rebels come out to get this drive started. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here comes the heat. They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Alexander. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They just keep firing. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Right back to the well. There's some room. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
The Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Levin. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Right down the boulevard. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we look pretty good.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Got a man, it's Lacey. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for...
There he goes down the right side. The 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game's going to get difficult now, even more down the stretch.
Here's a give to Durham. Breaks into the open. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Caden Durham again. And a short run there, and that'll end it.